It snuck up on me. I was like, it's over. We're recording. It's okay. It happens. But, what's up, Linda? I was like, what?
That is what I was gonna say. And we didn't even talk about that.
I was like, I keep forgetting to say that because I'm like, that would be a cute way to intro. But
that is exactly what I was gonna say. I said that.
I thought I did something wrong, and I was like, what happened, Lana?
When I was watching it this morning, I was like, that's how I'm gonna say. Come in. I'm like, hola, Lindas, or what's up, Lindas?
Yeah. Well, you could say hola, Lindas, and I'll say what's up, Lindas.
All right. Okay. It takes away the whole thing now.
But well, I'm sorry.
I didn't. Go ahead. That's okay. We didn't talk about it.
We didn't. No. What's up, Lindas, and welcome to the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. And Lana and I were talking before we started recording, and we both decided that we wanted some tea today.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted a very large cup of tea, so mine is in my pancake mug. But if I was drinking a smaller mug of tea, it would be in my cup mug. And now if I put it closer to the camera, it looks bigger. But yes, I am drinking some pomegranate green tea.
Cool.
Because I wanted it. And it was very good.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lana. I am your resident diva. I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea. Because you know, I love me some tea. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. And yes, I am drinking tea out of my cup mug, not the fancy schmancy pomegranate green tea like Logan, just regular black tea. That's it.
Work.
But I love it, and it's good. And I like drinking out of my cup mug because number one, I don't have a lot of mugs here. Just moving, and I didn't buy a lot of mugs. We didn't buy a lot of mugs, so my cup mug is my only mug that I have to drink my hot beverages out of right now. But I just feel like if I'm gonna drink tea, I have to drink it out of my cup mug. So if you drink tea or any hot beverage and you want to get you a cup mug to drink it out of and feel all nice and warm and toasty, or cold beverages, you know what to do. Go down to the description below and hit the link lanagcreations.etsy.com. Copy paste, put in your browser, all of that stuff, and
it's a hyperlink. You don't even have to copy and paste.
Click the link.
We've been hyperlinked down there for a long time.
We sure have. But lanagcreations.etsy.com and get you one with your cup mug or all of our cup official merch and anything else you might see that you like. Hit me up. And we do ship internationally, so there are no excuses. And I'm looking at you, Brazil. I'm looking at you. Mm-hmm. Cheers.
Well, we are back. We are here. We're talking about Brazil. And we are at our contractually obligated episode 6 via Paramount Plus and Viacom rules. Snatch Game! I don't know if everyone will understand that, as I keep saying it, because we're watching all the Drag Race franchises. But to be clear, so all of the... Brazil, Drag Race Brazil, Drag Race Mexico, and Drag Race Germany were all announced at the same time, all filmed in the same studio, produced by the same team with Paramount Plus, Viacom. And on each one of the seasons, episode 6 has been Snatch Game. So we're going to get episode 6 of Germany next week, which is Snatch Game. This is episode 6 of Brazil, which is Snatch Game. And Drag Race Mexico episode 6 was also Snatch Game. And we are expecting Snatch Game on episode 6 of Drag Race Italia as well. So, And I like it because it's mid-season.
Yes.
There's not all the girls are left. 8, I think, is a good number for Snatch Game, personally.
Yep.
But yes, we are here. It is Snatch Game. And I'm going to be honest. Last week was my favorite episode of the season so far.
Mm-hmm.
This is now my favorite episode of the season so far.
Oh.
I really enjoyed this episode.
Well, all right then. Look at you.
It's been a slow burn over here at the Drag Race Brasil, but I'm very excited that I'm enjoying the season, period. But it's building for me. I'm really excited about it. So, Lana,
yeah, we should, because I enjoyed it too. So let's talk about it.
But before we do, make sure to subscribe.
Please.
We're here. We're doing all the drag.
We are.
We're going to be here for the rest of Drag Race Brasil and every other damn season they're doing, because we said, we're going to do all of them.
And we're here. And you know what? I am not going to complain about it. I'm not going to sit here and act like this is a chore for me. I am enjoying Drag Race and I am here. But we're glad that you're here to watch us talk about Drag Race. And we're going to watch all of them. We are. And we're going to enjoy it. Even if we aren't, we're going to enjoy it.
And we have been.
Yeah.
So
for the most part, we have been.
So we walk into the workroom. Aquarella is gone. And thank you to the person in the comments that said I was saying Aquarella correctly. I was
Period.
Like,
Aquarella.
But now we can't say Aquarella.
Aquarella. Well,
I really did not capitalize on saying Aquarella.
No, you did not.
5 episodes.
You did not.
I didn't. So I'm just going to keep saying Aquarella. But yes, Aquarella is gone. And I'm done. And her mirror message. This is unfair. Ooh, girl.
Ooh.
And I oop.
And she says, Naza, go win this buffoonery. Like, we call it out. I was like, that's why I like
Aquarella.
I said, Aquarella was like, look here, I'm not going to be nice. I know what I like and I know what I feel. And this is how I feel in this moment, writing this message. Am I supposed to be like, I love you all? That's not how I feel right now. I'm going to keep it real. I'm mad.
I don't feel like I love you all right now.
I'm mad right now.
I feel like this is some bullshit.
This is some bull and some fair, and I only want one person to win. Well, everybody was like, unfair. Well, Dallas was like, unfair, girl. I had tricks and slits and all this stuff.
Dallas was like, you didn't see the lip sync. You were in the lip sync and you didn't do as well as me, which is true. I do think Dallas won that lip sync. But yeah. So we come into the workroom the next day. Everybody's there. Greg walks in and Greg keeps getting hotter and hotter. I'm going to be honest. I was like, and the Drag Race Brasil Instagram posted like a couple of photos, and one of them was just like Greg posing out of drag, and I was like, oh god.
Every single week, I'm like, how much more attractive can one person get? How much more?
I'm gonna be real honest. I think I've said this before this season already. I wasn't the biggest fan of Drag Queen on Queen of the Universe. I'll just be honest in saying that.
Mm-hmm.
But I am loving Greg as a host.
Mm-hmm.
Despite some of the questionable decisions, of which there have been a few, but every season 1 has been that way, honestly, with a new host that's not RuPaul. So I'm being a little lenient, but I'm really enjoying how much it is clear that she cares about these girls. That's the thing for me. It's giving me Nikki Doll energy in that, and we've compared her to Nikki several times already this
because
season.
Nikki just is
the
so good. The hosting ability is so good, and like I said, Nikki was my favorite of the seasons that I watched, and then Greg came in. And I'm like, oh my god, I think they're tied for my favorite host because I do love the energy. I love the fact that she cares. And not only does she care, but she's so hands on when it comes to like, this is what we need to do. You should, like when she was directing them last week for the You're Not Alone, she was giving them great critiques and great things that they could use. And it was so good. I'm a fan of Greg. I didn't know her from Queen of the Universe, but
Queen of the Universe. Because Lana watched one episode and said, "F this bullshit."
Absolutely not.
Which is valid. After 2 seasons, I'm with you. But Greg is a lovely winner. Queen of the Universe. So we get our mini challenge. We are doing. We're delivering babies, Lana.
We are.
We are delivering inanimate object babies with Greg's face on it. I died.
Greg is a grandmother.
Greg is a grandmother, and all of her grandchildren look like her. Despite none of her daughters looking like her. I thought this was cute and dumb and stupid.
It was so dumb and stupid. I was like, why?
Why
are we doing this?
I'm like, and the inanimate objects that they used.
Come on.
Like, why did Miranda birth an iron?
A violin, a whole saxophone.
I think it was Shannon that had a lunchbox.
Yes. I was like,
Ruby had like a helmet.
I had lanterns. Like,
I was gonna say, who had the saxophone?
I think it was Betina. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Oh, Dallas had like a vase with a feather in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it was Betina because rock and roll.
Yeah.
Saxophone.
Of
course. Rock and roll saxophone, Lana. But of course.
It was so stupid.
It was so stupid.
It was so stupid.
It really was. I was like, I don't. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing here? But
how do we even judge who wins this? But we do.
And for the first time this season, Miranda Lebrao has finally won something. Yes. It says winners, but there's only one. I forgot to change it.
It's okay.
Miranda. Oh, I'm so happy for her. And so we go. It is our maxi challenge, Lana. And obviously it's Snatch Game. Snatch Game. Very excited. Very excited for Snatch Game. I had no expectations, and I knew I was going to know absolutely no one, and I didn't. But I was still thoroughly entertained. Shout
out to the viewers who put in the comments all of the Snatch Game contestants, who these girls were going to do and who they were. So we wouldn't look foolish and be like, well, we don't. I mean, we still didn't know who they were, but with this context, we had an idea of what this person might be like and sound like. Yes. So shout out to you for. I'm gonna go look at and see who.
I have the comment.
No, I just want to shout out to the person. Who was that viewer?
I lost the comment.
Oh Jesus!
I lost the comment. Give me a second.
Not that.
But we can talk about what happened in the workroom as well.
Yes.
Because we get everybody, showing Greg their ideas. And Greg is a little concerned about
a few of them.
There are a couple people that commented. I want to shout out, oh good Lord, Isis C. Marquez. Isis, thank you. The main one I think that had all of them, or had 6 of them. We only have 6 of them. That's fine. Is Mago Mystico. So thank you both very, very, very much for your explanations on that. So yeah, we're gonna talk about these people. But yeah, Greg had a few concerns about some specific people, concerned about Naza, concerned about Ruby, concerned about Shannon. And what do you know? That's the bottom three.
That sounds like a foreshadow to me. It sounds like foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing?
Ooh.
What do you mean, Lana?
We're just foreshadowing.
What?
Yeah, something happens later. We'll see. Well, look.
Gag.
God.
Gagula. I was like, I don't know which. It's been a minute since it's been just me and you, Lana.
I know.
I was like, I don't even know what layout to use today. We'll go with this one. This one's cute. So, Snatch Game. It's Snatch Game. And we have our panelists. So, do we want to go top to bottom, left to right? Or do we want to go just across?
Top row, bottom row?
Sure.
Okay.
That works for me. So, first up, in the hot seat, we have Hellena Maldita as Narcisa, who we now know, thanks to commenters, is an eccentric Brazilian socialite known for speaking out, saying crazy things. She participated in a reality show, kind of similarly to like Real Housewives is the vibe that I'm getting.
Okay.
She's known for being crazy. She's a meme. She's a gay diva. I love to hear about gay divas.
Work diva.
But yeah, it seems like she was on, because she wasn't the one that was on Big Brother.
No,
well, that was Shannon's character.
She wasn't. Was she? I think they said she wasn't on Big Brother.
But I thought they said she was on Big Brother.
I don't know.
Regardless, whatever. But yeah, it sounds like she's like a Real Housewives type sort of person. Very similar show. But Lana.
Yes.
Hellena finally gave us what we wanted from her. She was not worried about being pretty. She was not worried about looking stupid. I loved this from Hellena. I thought she did so well.
I enjoyed it. I was like, okay, all right, this is. But see, even in her not worried about looking pretty, she was still pretty.
She still looks pretty. But what I'm saying is
she wasn't worried about it. Right.
Us and the judges have been like, okay, we know you're gorgeous. Give us something else. And she did that here.
She did that here. Yes, she definitely did that here. And only here.
But I'll take it. I'll take it.
But she was fun. I enjoyed her character. Like I said, well, we don't know all the stuff that involved in this person's character and what they're like. But if this is how she is, if this is the character, how this person, I would enjoy it because I enjoyed her interpretation of it. I laughed. And when she's like, it's crazy. That's crazy. I was like, okay, I'm here for it.
I loved it. Was very, very happy. I didn't even realize it was Hellena until halfway through. And I was like, oh my God, that's Hellena. I was like, oh my God. The makeup transformation also, by the way, she looks completely different. And I love that for her. So, next up, we have Shannon Skarllet, as they like to say, Shannon Skarllet. Who is doing Inez Brasil, who, thanks to our comment section, we know that she is a former prostitute who was married to a German man and lived in Germany in the 90s. She's since returned to Brazil. She's the queen of memes. She's incredibly sexual, but at the same time also talks about, like, God's words and thanks God for everyone. So I'm seeing her from my very American lens. I'm seeing her as someone along the lines of like Trisha Paytas.
Okay.
That's the kind of energy I was getting. And if you know both references, let me know in the comments if I'm spot on or completely off. But yes, Inez Brasil.
Like I said, I don't know who Inez is, but if she was a prostitute and was married. It's like giving us this whole pretty woman thing. Prostitute married somebody, whisked her way to Germany to live, and very pretty woman-esque type of deal. I see. Here's the thing. I felt like Shannon was very one note in this challenge. She took the I'm sexual, sensual, sexual, and that was all it was. And like I'm like, everybody kept saying she's iconic, she's the queen of memes. What was her memes? Like I should have been seeing her do some of the memes or some of the quotes or some of the things.
Yeah.
And we didn't really get a lot. We just got the whole ooh, I'm, very sexual and all that stuff, but it wasn't anything else. So I was like, dang, Shannon, it was very one note. I was scared for her.
Yeah, knowing the little bit of backstory we know about her, I didn't really get any of that from Shannon's character. This was the better impersonation of the two that she gave to Greg in the workroom. And she was like, I just have so much material that I can work with Inez Brasil.
Where was it?
Where were the jokes?
Where was the material?
Where were the jokes?
Where was the material you were working with? Ooh. Anyway.
Yeah.
Then it was Dallas DeVille.
And Dallas is doing Dilma Rousseff, who is the former president of Brazil, who was impeached in 2016. She's famous for saying things like, I don't think that who's winning or losing, nor winning nor losing will be winning or losing. Everybody loses.
Oh. So she's just okay.
A mess is what she is.
But I knew she was a political figure because I'm like, yes, this is a very political figure.
Yeah.
And I felt like Dallas delivered on this. Like her jokes were just very poignant, very straight up, and she would make a joke and you'd be like, oh, okay. But then hearing that the woman was just a mess and confusing, and even in her own speech, it's just like, just talking in circles. It made sense that what Dallas was doing, and I was like, okay, it's funny. She's actually very, and Dallas was somebody I didn't know that was Dallas for a minute. Yeah. I was like, oh, who? Oh, is that Dallas? Oh,
this is what we've been wanting to see from Dallas. I was like, finally. I was so impressed with Dallas here.
I thought she was so good in this one.
I love when someone can do a political figure just so well on a Snatch Game.
Yeah.
And we see it usually we saw it in both seasons of Philippines. We've seen it, I think, on the US a few times. Oh, yeah, Melania Trump, one of the most famous. Someone won with Melania Trump, and it was just so good. I loved this.
Logan?
Yes.
You didn't ask the question, and I think I have an answer.
Oh, Lana.
Yes, Logan.
Who would you do for Snatch Game?
I just thought about this.
Oh.
If I was going to do a political figure, it would be Auntie Maxine Waters.
It's very interesting that you bring her up because she also has been done on Snatch Game.
As she should. She is iconic.
No, she shouldn't have.
Well, the person didn't do it right.
No, they went home.
The person didn't do it right because Maxine Waters gives you
one of my favorite queens of all time.
So I say Maxine Waters gives you material, baby. You should just be
reclaiming my time.
Be reclaiming my time, honey. She gives. But I would do her, or I would do our Madam Vice President, Kamala Harris.
How would we make Kamala funny?
Oh, Kamala's funny in her own right, and she don't even realize how funny she is.
Just dancing.
Just dancing like. We did it, Joe. We did it.
Oh my God. Okay, I can see it. I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry to all the earphone people.
I know. I was like, headphone listeners,
Sorry.
run away now.
I'm sorry. That laugh was just killer. But Logan,
Yeah.
if you could do a political figure,
Oh, God.
who would you do?
Oh, no. Oh, no. I feel like I would take Pete Buttigieg and just make him this, like...
super gay.
No. Make him this, like, secret, like, horn dog.
Oh.
Just, like... I would take it, like, all the way there. I think that's what I would do.
Oh.
Or, like, slutty Abraham Lincoln.
Oh.
Not that he was a good person, but, like, I have the beard already.
Right.
Slutty Abraham... bisexual
Abraham Lincoln.
I think that could be interesting.
Closeted gay Abraham Lincoln. That'd be cute.
I think there's material there.
I think there's material there, too.
Yeah.
Or I could do Al Sharpton.
Oh, that would be great.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Slick back my perm.
Yeah.
Man. And just be in. But see, I would interrupt everybody's time with doing stuff like, I just wanted to speak out for the voice of the voiceless, the hope of the hopeless. Child. Oh, Jesus.
I love it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I love it. So next up across the top row is Rubi.
Mm-hmm.
Rubi was doing Marilia Gabriela, who is the most famous interviewer in Brazil. Was interviewing for 30 years. I'm thinking Barbara Walters.
Barbara Walters.
That's the vibe I'm
getting.
That's definitely the vibe that I'm getting. And she has a deep voice, is what we know about her as well. Oh, Rubi baby.
Rubi was trying. She was thinking too hard about this.
Yeah.
Because
she got in her head.
Yeah, a lot. And like I think Braga said it the best. You took so long to get to the punchline that by the time you got there, nobody cared.
Yeah.
And it was just like she just went on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And it was like, where's the joke? In all of this talking, where is the joke? And it was like, oh, felt bad.
And it doesn't get much better because next we have Naza as Marcia Sensitiva. Now, I'm learning about her from this description, and I'm realizing that Naza did even worse in the Snatch Game than I thought she did.
Oh.
So Marcia Sensitiva is a famous medium.
Oh, she could have been real
so
crazy.
Popular that she goes to TV shows to teach spells for audiences. She's most known for giving very honest and sometimes harsh advice. She's now become a meme because of those like very sincere but kind of rude opinions. Knowing that, Naza didn't give me a goddamn thing.
No, because she could have went there with this one. You're a medium.
Well, and we've seen the medium concept done a lot on Drag Race. Someone did. We had Raven Simone from That's So Raven on a previous season. We had Teresa Caputo, which was actually a pretty good Teresa Caputo, all things considered. Someone did Psychic Sally in the UK. So like, there's definitely like the potential for a psychic character to do really well. This was, and from what we know, she talks in a very monotone, sort of low, slow, and then she talks like this. And I didn't get that kind of. I wanted the levels from Naza, and I didn't get that from Naza. I thought she started strong though. I think she just got.
I think once she did her first joke and it didn't land, it got in her head. And she didn't know how to recover from that. And she didn't know how to come back from that. And so she just kind of just fell deep down into the pit. into the pits, honey. It was I was like, Naza, I hate that for her because I love her and I want nothing but the best. But this was not it.
Deep down.
Yeah. Up next, we have Organzza.
Organzza as Maria Bethania, who is a famous Brazilian singer, songwriter, queen of indie Brazilian music.
Okay.
That. We didn't have a comment about Maria Bethania. So.
But it makes sense. The character knowing that she was an indie singer-songwriter, I can see that in what Organzza was doing.
Totally.
It was just like, I'm just that hippy dippy, free loving, free living kind of. I go with the vibes and the flow, when the mood hits me, I write, and it's very organic. And she gave me that vibe, especially with that hair. And it was so big and it looked like it was flying all the time, like she had a fan on her. It was so good. My favorite part of her was when they went to ask her that question, a question, and she pulled the microphone out and was pulling the cord and was just like, and pulling the cord, just pulling the cord. It was like, and they were like, anytime, and she was like she was waiting for the mood to hit. I was like, I laughed.
I loved it.
I loved that. That was
for me. She definitely would have been just solidly safe.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
But I still did really enjoy what she did.
We didn't get a lot, but
no, and I think that's maybe because some of it maybe wasn't all that great, and they knew Organzza was going to be safe.
But perfectly safe.
Yes. Next up, we have Miranda Lebrao as Paula Carosella, who is an Argentine chef who moved to Brazil in the early 2000s, and she is most known for being a judge on MasterChef Brazil. And she's known to be very sarcastic, kind of rude, kind of a bitch.
I love the way Miranda played this character. For me, she was my favorite one.
Okay.
For me, she was my favorite one because she gave me everything. She was interacting with Greg, with both of the contestants, with the girls on stage. Like, she was giving. I thought she was funny. First of all, when she pulled out the two, it said, I have a 7-inch and a 12-inch, and she pulled out the rose. I was like, girl, stop. I hate you. But I love it.
And we've seen chef characters as well do very, very well. I've said it before on other series, but like my number one Snatch Game choice would be Ina Garten. Because I think there's just so much. And I have started do you want to ask me again, Lana?
Logan.
Yes, Lana.
Who else would you play on Snatch Game if it wasn't a political character?
I'm so happy you asked, Lana. I think there's a couple different TV chefs in the US that I think would be really fun. Ina Garten, obviously. I would love to do Sandra Dee.
Okay.
And just because I watched her growing up, so I know all of her little like isms. Obviously, the thing she's most known for now is 2 shots of vodka and just pouring the vodka. So I think that could be interesting. Paula Deen has already been done. I don't want to go there. But I think doing the one that I just thought about. What if someone did Rachel Ray?
Somebody could do Rachel Ray.
Just cover yourself in EVOO and like talk about your dog food brand and how everything needs to be done in 30 minutes. Like, I think there's something there.
It is.
I think there's something there that I would enjoy it.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that.
But yes, back to Miranda. I thought she did just such a good job. I was really impressed with, she had this very subtle but pointed way of performing this character, and I loved it.
Yeah, I was here for it. I laughed, I think, the most with her. It was so funny to me. I enjoyed it so much.
I love that. I love that. I absolutely love that.
And finally, we have Miss Betina Polaroid.
Betina Polaroid. She's doing Regina Russa. She's a Brazilian TikToker known for her motivational content and daily quotes about life and well-being.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's about it. So,
apparently she has a voice like this.
Apparently she has a really gravelly voice, Lana.
I mean, if we're going just by voice alone, I think Betina did a great job with the voice alone.
Well, I was going to say, if we're going by deep voices alone, I think Dallas wins. But I thought Betina did well.
Perfectly safe.
No one flopped completely in this Snatch Game. I'll be honest. I don't even think Naza fully flopped.
I do.
Naza had a joke. I laughed once.
Okay.
But,
yeah. I think her and Ruby did kind of flop.
Well, Julia.
Well,
I thought Betina did good.
Me too.
A good impersonation, a good look for the impersonation. I thought it was all good.
I do too.
Work.
The
first time in a while that we've had a Snatch Game where there hasn't been like a male character.
Oh, okay.
I think, or did Philippines have a male character?
No.
Okay.
No, they did not.
I'm so used to like male characters are so much more common now on Snatch Game that like it was interesting to have a panel where there wasn't a male character. That's the point I'm trying to make here. But
we have made it.
Yeah. Well, we go back into the workroom the next day. We're getting ready for the runway. We are having a lovely discussion with Hellena Maldita about, we know she's talked openly about being HIV positive, but we get her full story about being HIV positive.
And how it happened.
And how it happened. And, if she had all of these, preventative measures in place that we all know about now. And I'm incredibly grateful for. She may not have been in the position she's in now.
Right.
But the whole thing was just talking about how lovely the Brazilian healthcare system is. And I was like, I love that. I wish I could relate.
Me too.
I was like, that sounds great. I wish. I would love that.
I would love that. Too bad we don't have that.
I know.
And I think it was Betina? Betina talked about her and her partner and their relationship and what they're going through, and it was like a good bonding moment between the two of them to talk about their situations in life and how they're dealing with it and how they have the help and all the, like I said, the Brazilian healthcare system is helping with a lot of things that people just need. That's what the healthcare should be. If you see a need, you fix the need, and you ain't got to charge people $1 million to do it. But we live in America, so there we are. And you know what? That was it.
That was literally it.
Because it was just like, all right. That was it.
I'm glad you did.
I remember. We went right to the runway.
Runway! Runway. Category is Filhas de Carmen. We are doing a tribute to Carmen Miranda. So it's not do a Carmen Miranda runway. It's a headpiece runway.
It is interpretation of her headpieces. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm here for it.
Oh, me too.
I enjoy. Yes.
First up, Naza.
And remember when we said this is a headpiece Runway.
Correct, yes.
Naza did not have a headpiece. Naza had a wig with some apples stuck in it. She had a wig with some apples stuck in it. And I was like, girl, where's the headpiece? Where's the headpiece? Is it a cute wig? Sure. It's a cute wig. But ain't no headpiece involved in this at all. It's just a wig in an updo with some apples stuck in it.
Yeah.
The outfit is okay.
Yeah.
It's alright. But it ain't the best thing I've seen from Naza. And coming from what she had from last week's runway to this week's runway, it's a huge dip and disappointing look for me for Naza, unfortunately. I was not happy with this one. I was not expecting it. But her mug looks great. But I was like, no, not the best look though.
Yeah, incredibly unfortunate. I do really like the look though. That's the problem here. Is like I think the look is cool. I love this very asymmetric skirt that comes all the way down to the side. I think the heelless boot is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like that everything is lined in this red, and then that is reflected with the black hair in the red apple. But unfortunately, it's an apple.
It's apples.
Now, if she had a headpiece made of nothing but apples,
that
would be fierce.
Mm-hmm.
Just apples stacked on top of each other, kind of like anal beads. I think that could be kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what this is.
Ooh.
And it's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I want to say, as a look, I love it. For this category, unfortunately, it doesn't reach the mark for me.
No.
And I'm wondering whether she pulled this out because she knew she was probably going to have to lip sync. Maybe. But then again, why wear the shoes?
Why wear the shoes if you knew?
Well, maybe not. Because if you knew you were going to lip sync, you could have just very easily put on a black pump, because I know you or someone else in that damn workroom has one.
Or a black boot like you got with the heel on it.
Exactly. So, scores for Naza.
Unfortunately, as much as I love Naza, this is not, she didn't hit the assignment. So I'm going to have to give her a 50.
I am going to be a little bit more generous because I like the look. I'm going to give her a 65.
Okay. All right.
Organzza. Bitch.
Now this is a headpiece. Now this is a headpiece. But I think the critique of that I have is the same critique I think everybody has had with Organzza from a few weeks back. We just want a little bit more shape in. But I like this look though. I like that she didn't go for the typical green, reds, yellows, very colorful Carmen Miranda colors with the colorful headpiece. Like she gave us silver fruit, and blue and silver was her colors, and she went with that. And I love that headpiece was hanging on and swaying and swaying. I was like, just don't fall. And baby, she did not. She looked great. I think she looked amazing. I love all the necklaces and bangles up the arm, and I love the ruffled skirt. I think she looked great.
I think just what I'm learning is that Organzza is not going to be the person to give us shape.
Nope.
And I'm okay with that. I do still wish we got a little bit of that with this. But what I will say is I love the way they were pants, right?
It was a skirt, I thought.
Okay, I thought it was. I couldn't remember. I love the way the skirt is tiered and the different that she used here. The difficulty is, I think the skirt comes up so high that it makes her torso look incredibly small, especially with all of the bulky jewelry. Like her torso looks like that big because it literally, like, it is. It's that big. So that was a little concerning for me. I do love the way that this headpiece just bobbled back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
though. Clearly, it was weighted in the bottom, and there was
Mm-hmm.
some sort of like propulsion system in it, so that way it wouldn't fall over, and it was very secured on her head. I thought this was good. It's not my favorite thing Organzza has worn, but I do still really enjoy it, and I like the concept of this.
Mm-hmm.
So, scores.
I will give this an 88.
I'm going to give her a 72.
I liked it. Miranda
Lebrao. Bitch.
You know what? I love this too. And me personally, like I said, Miranda would have been my winner this week.
Sure.
Because I feel like she ate up at the Snatch Game and she ate down in this runway. I loved it. When she came out and was holding all that stuff and then threw it in the air, and I was like, you better perform. You give us a show, give us some entertainment. And that headpiece stayed steady. It was floaties and all, like, she didn't do just regular fruit. She would inflatable fruit, so it wouldn't be as heavy on her head. And I was like, so smart, so dang smart. It was so good. I really loved it. Her makeup was so good.
Mm-hmm.
I just really, I really, really, really enjoyed this look so much. I think this is one of my favorite looks from Miranda. This was one of my favorites. I think she nailed this week. She nailed this week.
I love this.
I was about to say, are we gonna fight?
No, we are not going to fight today. No, every single thing about this look is just perfection in every possible way. I love the color palette here. The headpiece itself, like you said, using the inflatables, I think was just such a smart idea. Her makeup here is a little bit different, and I really like I like the changes that she made to it. The way this dress is draped, all of the accessorization.
Work.
Duh.
Work, diva.
Duh.
Ugh.
And that's my score. Duh.
Yeah, my cup is full. My cup is so full right now.
Ugh.
Ugh. It's so good. It was so good. I enjoyed this so much.
Ugh. So good. Next up is Dallas DeVille.
Okay. I'm going to start with what I like.
Okay.
I like her headpiece.
Okay, yeah.
I think the headpiece is unique and pretty and shaped angulars, all of very pretty. That's it. Because this is a bodysuit with some tinsel wrapped around it. It looked like it's some like somebody's silver plate curtains, and she just wrapped it around instead of hanging it like a curtain or a blind, mini blinds. That's what it looked like. Some mini blinds wrapped around her. I didn't like any of it. I'm like, so boring. So boring. But she did so great in Snatch Game. And I was like, okay, girl. She should be just right smack lab in the safe department for me. But the only thing I liked about this was the headpiece. And her makeup is okay. But yeah, it's so boring.
So I had a bit of a similar issue, I guess you could say, to what the girls were talking about in Untucked. And I guess we could kind of just talk about it now because it's really the only thing that happens, where the girls are like, well, you didn't make a Carmen Miranda headpiece, you just wore a headpiece.
Right.
And I kind of had that similar thing.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I do really enjoy the headpiece.
Mm-hmm.
I think the headpiece is really cool. I think it's really interesting. I just wish these like flap things, like if she had just done them in a stacked way, I think it would have A, made her look taller, and B, satisfied the assignment.
Right.
But otherwise, girl, this silver tinsel, it looks cheap.
It looks so cheap.
And the bodysuit underneath,
Ugh.
she is,
boring me.
Yeah, I'm
Boring me.
bored,
I am
girl.
so bored by her, unfortunately. And that's so bad because I had such high hopes for her, but
Yeah, we all
boring
did.
me.
Ugh,
Mm-mm.
well, scores.
I'm gonna give her a 50 as well. I'm bored.
I'm gonna give her a 40.
Mm, okay. Ugh.
And now I'm not gonna give a 40 to Miss
No.
Betina
Betina
Polaroid.
Polaroid. Absolutely not. Because, baby, let me start with this headpiece.
Yeah.
Because this headpiece is everything. The
Mm-hmm.
all how you gonna have diamond or crystal whatever hanging out of what a camera, what a Polaroid coming out was supposed. Girl, the only thing that would have made this look, that would have made me just go like, oh my god, if she didn't have that and that Polaroid camera actually worked, and when she got to the end of that runway, the judges looked down and said, snap it, and shook it and gave it to and threw it at Greg or whatever, and had that baby, I would have died. I would have been like, girl, you ate. If that Polaroid camera actually worked and she took a picture of them at the end of the run. But this dress, these pictures all over the dress, the head, this was good. This was so good. This was one of my favorite looks on the runway in this episode. Oh, one of my favorites. It was so good. She ate down.
I'm so happy that we're getting just so much more Betina Polaroid because she just keeps getting better as the
Mhm.
episodes go on. And like this is my favorite thing she's worn so far.
Yeah. And
It's
last week
so
was
and last week was so good.
so good.
But like I have one tiny qualm.
Mm-hmm.
One tiny qualm.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish the shoulder piece and the head piece were bigger.
Ah.
I
Mm-hmm.
just want a little bit more exaggerative drama because
Mm-hmm.
if the dress itself is going to be a little bit smaller and a little
Mm-hmm.
bit more like in this sort of angled way,
Mm-hmm.
I just wish everything else was even bigger and even more grandiose.
Mm-hmm.
But this is so good from Betina that I don't even care.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So good.
scores?
Good. Child.
Duh.
Mm-mm. Overflowing.
Duh.
Full overflow. That's just so good. This is so good.
Duh.
Ugh.
Rubi Ocean.
I like this look. I am a fan. I love that she painted that herself and it looks so good. It looks so good. I like this look. I love the headpiece with buildings in her neighborhood. I hate that the headpiece fell off.
Oh.
I hated that for her. I was like, God, dog it. Unfortunately, that's gonna cost you, but it was still so good. I was like, girl, you gonna put no pins in that? You could have put some pins in that to keep that up on there. But I love this jacket. I want that jacket
Yeah.
right now. Like I oh, I want that jacket right now. It's so good. She
So
looks amazing. I really like this look. If it
me
wasn't
too.
for the headpiece falling off, oh, this look so good. I thought she looked amazing. And she was like, "This is from my hood." And I was like, "She's like, I grew up in the hood." And I was like,
Yeah.
"I hear you, girl." I mean, I didn't grow up in the hood. No, I did not. But I'm a suburb girl, so
Me too.
I'm a suburb girl. So, but in my adult life, I ended up moving into the hood, what people would call the hood. But I'm not there anymore because I had to get up out of there because I'm a suburb girl. Um, but this was so good. The fact that she painted this herself, it I love it so much. I love it so much. I really want that jacket. And this dress it fits her like a glove. Ugh. Okay. Yeah.
That's all I need to say. You said it all. It's really unfortunate about the headpiece malfunction, and on a headpiece runway, that just like I can't overlook it. Unfortunately,
you can't overlook it. I was like,
I really can't.
But it's such a good headpiece.
But it's so good. It's so fucking good. Scores.
Because of the headpiece malfunction, I got to give it a 92.
I'm gonna give it a 95.
Yeah, it's still good though. Yeah, it's still good. Oh,
Hellena Maldita.
This heifer so dang pretty. This heifer so dang pretty. I hate it that she's so dang pretty. Okay. I agree with the judges. This was the simplest headpiece, but it was effective. It's really pretty. It perfectly goes with this dress. And when she took that skirt off and the great message that she gave with this, she performed this. She looks beautiful. I see Carmen all up and through her. It was so it's just good. I hate her because she's so perfect. She's so perfect, but so good. I love it. I love her and I hate her.
Yeah, I have to be honest. I think the outfit is a little bit more simple. And I think the headpiece is simple, but it is very effective. For me, I would have thought this was an accessories runway more than a headpiece runway, if I'm being honest, just because like the earrings are what is doing it. I thought when she was talking about doing a pep, like inspired thing, I thought it was just going to be a giant pill on her head. And I think that maybe would have conveyed things a little bit better for me. I don't know. I think what she did was good. I wanted more. But she looks gorgeous.
Always.
Scores.
For me, I will give this an 86.
We give it an 85.
Okay.
Oh, baby. Shannon Skarllet.
She ate this runway down.
Where's
where's the
done. That's all.
Where's the other one? Yep. That's it. Cause when you take the washerwomen look at this, she took something that's not usually deemed pretty and made it so beautiful. It's so good. And the way she was balancing that on her head, because that's what if you go do it, you got to be able to balance it like this. You got to do it. You got to be able to balance that thing on your head like the women. And when she went down up to her and did that squat and was doing her thing and came back up without, I was like, girl, yes, and yes, she looks stunning. This is beautiful. This is, I love this so much.
Duh. This is my favorite thing I've seen on the runway this season. And it's so, I am just falling more and more in love with Shannon. Just every single thing she's doing for me is just so, it's so impressive. It's so meaningful. Every single thing she does in her drag is so purposeful. And I love it.
Yeah.
It's
very good. It was very good. Yeah, my cup is full. So good. So good.
And that brought her up to safe.
Yeah.
I think there's a world she could have been lip syncing for her life.
For sure. If that runway was anything less than perfection, she would have been lip syncing for her life for sure.
Maybe
and it would have been deserved.
Maybe I want to see it.
Maybe. I kind of want to see it too. I'm not opposed to seeing it.
Maybe I want to see Naza and Shannon.
Ooh.
I didn't based on the results here, but like maybe I do.
Maybe just for entertainment.
I think that sounds lovely.
Okay.
But we get some results.
Mm-hmm.
We already talked about Untucked. We did that already.
We
so,
did.
top 3, Dallas, Hellena Maldita, Miranda Lebrao. Agreed.
Sure.
Agreed.
Sure. Totally.
And our winner, Hellena Maldita.
I would have gave it to Miranda.
Me too. I think I could have justified any of the 3 of them based on performance. And I think if you're looking at Runway, additionally, it should have been Miranda. Should have been Miranda. But
whatever.
She's now the Susan Lucci of Drag Race Brasil.
Yes, she is. She is.
We're waiting. We're patiently waiting.
We're waiting.
Our bottom 3, Naza, Shannon, and Ruby. We had Betina and Organzza as safe. I think all of this I absolutely agree with.
I think this is the first time I agree with everything that happened this week.
I know. I mean, I did agree with Hellena winning as well. I think personally I would have given it to Miranda. But regardless, our bottom 2, Ruby and Naza, and I do agree.
Yeah.
But I don't want to. I didn't want any of these girls to go home.
No.
Any of them to go home.
No. I did not. I thought it was so sad. So sad, but
what was not sad was me after watching this lip sync.
Nope.
Shine It On by Vanessa Camargo. Best lip sync of the season.
It was such a good lip sync.
This is what I came to Drag Race Brasil to see.
Yes.
Finally. Yes. Thank you, Ruby and Naza. This is what I expected.
It was really good.
Oh, it's so good.
It was really good.
The fact that Naza could do cartwheels into splits in heelless heels, that's all I needed to know.
Baby, I was so nervous the entire time.
She did kind of trip one time, but she got it in the subsequent time.
Yeah.
So it's fine. It's been a while since we've seen a lip sync where 2 people have taken such different approaches.
Yes.
But still are both incredibly powerful and incredibly meaningful.
Yes.
Naza's over here doing the kicks and the flips and the splits and all of that. Ruby's just taking this deep, meaningful approach and just feeling it with her entire soul. Why couldn't they have saved them both?
I thought they should have. Honestly.
I thought they should have.
I was like, this is a Shantae. They both stay because they were good.
I don't think they have
I don't think they have any more time.
It's a 12-person season, so I don't think they have the ability really to do it, which is unfortunate. But I mean, if you had to declare a winner, I would have given it to Naza. I would have given it to Naza as well. We do say goodbye to our dearest Rubi Ocean now.
I was sad.
This week already is just full of disappointment on Drag Race.
Yep.
All of the people we love being eliminated.
Ugh.
All of them. We haven't watched Drag Race UK yet, but that doesn't come out yet.
But everybody
disappointment, anger,
sadness. But what else? Ruby, you are a gem. You are a gem, and you are amazing.
Surely.
And I love seeing the drag that you brought to the show. It was amazing. I'm very sad to see you go. You did it, girl. You killed, and I'm here for you. I'm here for it. I love it. I can't wait to see you back on something else. Maybe an All Stars. So. We'll see you again.
I hope so. So next week is another design challenge.
Yeah, 2 looks.
2?
Look at 2 looks.
Oh. I must have missed that.
Yeah, they said they have to do 2 looks.
Well, all right then. Maybe one they brought,
one they brought, and then one they make. Maybe.
And all the materials look like it's black, so I think we're doing maybe like a black and white situation.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know what.
I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows? But we'll be back to watch it. I know that.
We will. And before we sign off today, we have a draft update.
We do.
Draft update.
Draft.
So, currently sitting in last place is Lana.
Yeah.
With 31 points.
My girl is there.
Holding it down with just Organzza.
That's all right.
She does have the second highest score of anybody on this season right now. So
I'm not that mad. It's okay.
No. In a tie for second, David and Eve. Eve had the whole entire bottom two. And David had two of the top three. David has Hellena and Dallas. Eve is now holding it down with just Naza.
Just Naza.
And I'm winning.
Good for you.
With 47.5 points.
Look at that.
Leading by 13.5 points.
I love that for you.
And I still have my whole team. Shannon, Miranda, and Betina.
You picked a good one.
Y'all didn't want them. Well, I took Shannon first.
I was about to say, no, we didn't
y'all didn't want the rest of them, so I took. No, I'm kidding. Oh, and with that being said, thank you so much for joining us for our review of Drag Race Brasil. We will be back next week to talk about episode 7, our top 7 divas. In the meantime, make sure to hit all the buttons that say you support us, because we love having your support and we love you. And if you hit the dislike, go ahead and hit it twice. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at The Cup Pod for all of our most up-to-date Cup news and our funny moments, because we are some funny bitches. And while you're down in the description below, you could get a cup mug or other cup-related merch at the link below. And you can follow me and Lana, because we're cool.
If you get if you get the cup mug or cup merch, post it on your socials and tag us in it. We would love to see it.
We would. And with all that being said, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Ooh.
Bye, Lindas.
Bye-bye.
Adios, Lindas.
Bye.